Nobody plays more music.
For the next
Absolutely nobody.
From Central Monrovia to Yellowstone, this is Freedom Mix by Mix.
I've already succeeded in completely demoralizing your base. You're just crying all over the place. I haven't even started. I'm just warming up. How dare you, foolish, desperate people, talk about rescue country? Joseph Boakai couldn't even rescue himself. So he passing around, oh, cause I did, cause I died. Where were you when I raised the money left and right to feed him and fly him from hospital to hospital? Where were you all? Sitting there talking nonsense. Talking about cause I ain't got no integrity. I didn't have integrity when I was feeding Joseph Boakai. Your God. Bunch of ungrateful people. Have you heard Joseph Boakai deny that I was raising money left and right to feed him? Have you heard him deny it? He will never deny it because he knows this to be true.
Some of you thought I was never going to criticize Mr. Boakai. Yeah. Because I went to counties. I'm not criticizing because I want to criticize. I'm criticizing because we said yesterday, former President Bill Ryan Parry Jet. When the Joseph Boakai brought to power is Ryan Parry Jet from here to go to Louisiana. Yeah. But I will speak because people exactly here saw me I was passing to go my comfort. Spend my own money to bring him to power because we thought the wrong yesterday was going to be right today. Yeah. I had no regret to vote against one President. But the people that are brought to power will regret why I have to vote for them. They can be for them. This country is a better place and will be a better place. Yes, sir. Because there's money in the country that we can live for. We don't need money from outside. So, but we don't want to empower people here. You say that I love you. One more freedom. When they were coming, they said they were freedom fighters. When they were coming, they said they were liberators. But when they came when they came Vietnam, what kind of people they are? What kind of people? You freedom fighter, you raping our women. Freedom fighter, you killing our children. Freedom fighter, you destroying our country. One more freedom fighter. One more freedom fighter. They said they were freedom fighters. When they were coming, they said they were liberators. But when they came Vietnam, they changed their mind. When they came Vietnam, they changed their mind. What kind of people they so?
They are freedom fighters.
What kind of people they so?
They are freedom fighters.
You freedom fighter, you raping our women.
They are freedom fighters.
Freedom fighter, you killing our children.
They are freedom fighters.
Freedom fighter, you destroying our country.
They are freedom fighters.
Oh, yes, indeed. What a great day. What an interesting opportunity it feels to be back behind these microphones to engage on the issues that matter to Liberia's growth and development. It is a beautiful Thursday morning from the nation's capital in Monrovia. And of course, a pleasant good morning. Welcome to all of you All of you, our friends, and of course our followers. Those of you in the diaspora, it's always a good thing to have you join us as we discuss the issues that matter to Liberia's growth and development. And of course, there are too many things to talk about. Lots of things happening in Liberia. Good morning, good morning, good morning, just wherever you are. Today at 9 o'clock, we're going to go very ballistic with political having reset. So it has been a long time. So Harvey has been there. I said, my man, I gotta come back. We gotta engage, sustain the engagement with the people. So all the time, Harvey has been around the place, and of course, he's making a return today at 9 o'clock. We're gonna have some conversation about the proposed budget. The expenditure component, particularly with emphasis on recurrent expenditure choices. The wage bill, a comparative analysis of the wage bill. What is the UP Boakai administration proposing compared to what it was during the CDC era, their era? So somebody said this thing about the Liberian government is hard to understand. How come our wage bill keeps expanding? Every other year it has to increase. Every other year it has to increase, and all of that. We talk about the arrest agenda, not the arrest agenda particularly, but the asset recovery. Then we look at the FOIA project. Having has a thought on that, plus other issues making news in the country, of course. So yesterday, the CMC announced another crossover of a young intellectual, Jacob Jala, as in less than a year, Move Party. And of course, this time around, he has joined the Citizen Movement for Change. It seems the CMC is attracting a lot. So far, they have, let me see how many people they have collected from the CDs. Smith Toby, Isaac, Samuel Jackson, Jacob Jala, Mark Billion from in Nimba County, and a host of others. Gompo Kago as well, from district number 4 in Nimba. And then you go to the ANC, they grab Manipakai Domui ANC, right? They grab him from there. Florence Chinowe, Dr. Chinowe, Wilfred Woso. CMC is collecting people around the place. Marvin Cole from the NPP. All right, this is what it is looking like. So Jacob Jara is the latest man to cross over to Busability CMC. The latest signing. He signed to help Barcelona recover from the slap in the face. But today, for this, my man busy, so we'll not talk about it. But folks, before 9 o'clock, we're going to have our conversation right here on the big station, Freedom 87.9. The Press Union of Liberia has issued a statement, a strongly worded statement in reaction to Speaker Bull, the regime speaker, on civilized outbursts against the media, with threats to imprison journalists who report on happenings at the Capitol building. Speaker Bo. I don't know where we take the other man from and bring him here as a speaker. So the shape and size of the conversation plus other issues making news this morning right here on Freedom 87.9. We will also have our own thoughts with regards what came up yesterday from the asset recovery team, and of course trying to inquire and of course on matters of relating to the construction and ownership and financing of the Cloud Hope Foundation, as we're hearing in unconfirmed quarters that the current First Lady has said that no matter what, the only thing she wants from her husband is for her husband to give her the Cloud Hope Foundation. She said, take it from the former First Lady and give it to her. I said, but do they have a legal ground? I said, anyhow you can do it, you take it from the people. So you see how the country is being run. My name is Abu Sharif, and of course, it's always a good thing. Today is a great day, and of course, let me welcome our dear good friend and brother, the Barcelona fan, Hagar Gonda. They scored 6 goals on them. They canceled 3 holes. Say, Hagar, good morning, welcome.
Good morning, Abu. Good morning to you, and good morning to the Liberian people, for whom we are always here to talk and talk on critical national issues that are affecting our country's growth and development. So it's good to be right back here. I had to slip off yesterday because of some tight engagement. I'm sure you know that. In fact, as we speak now, there are other things running. But because I wasn't here yesterday and I love being here, so I have to be here. But it's good that we are here this morning. So beginning tomorrow, in fact, we are going to be having some international guests coming to the country. So I've been running after everything to ensure that we are on course.
So you know, too. Let's take a quick break. We'll come back.
Right.
We'll come back. We talk more about these and other things, folks. Stay tuned. Right, let's do this break with Crime Stopper, Liberia. We'll be right back.
There are crimes in many places, in every community, you know. You can see. So if you see crime, report it. Don't take law in your hands for the right authority. But it can't take your law in. Crime Stopper here for us, bringing safety to your door. Whether you rich or you poor, if you see a human target, I mean you check. You wait for your safety. If you see a don't keep it. I'm a part of report it. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, let's stopping crime for all of us. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, let's stop it for all of us.
Crime Stopper Liberia is here for you. Remember, you see it, you report it. This is a message from your own self, Omen Sam Sion.
Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, let's stop it for all of us. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper Liberia. Liberia. From the center to interior, Crown Star. Keeping us safe, let's stop in ground for all.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is about to go down this November at the Vanilla Social House at 24th Street, FE Shoko Sinko. Now listen, the favorite Big Brother Naija housemate will be live in Monrovia from Friday, November 28th and Saturday, November 29th to have an all-exclusive weekend entertainment. Yes, you got it right. This November 28th, Imesi Koyen and Big Soso will be live in Liberia at the Vanilla Social House around 24th Street, FE Shoko in Sinko. Join your favorite Big Brother Naija housemate to make this November a historic month. Your favorite Liberian artist will also be in the building to make the weekend a great one. For booking and reservation, call our numbers 0881 654 612 or 0775 444 272. Don't say I didn't tell you, because it's going to be super heavy. It's Big Brother Naija housemate live in Liberia. Ladies and gentlemen, it is about to go down this November at the Vanilla Social House at 24th Street, FE Shoko Sinko. Now listen.
Do you want the professionals to fix your car, or do you need an original spare parts for your vehicle? Well, worry no more. Macabre Garage and Spare Parts on the bypass opposite Orange Head Office is that place. At Macabre, we provide the following services: mechanical, technical work, computer diagnosis and scanning, key duplication and programming, air conditioning, alarm system, and body work and spray. We also sell genuine and generic spare parts for Range Rover, Mercedes-Benz, Suzuki, Chevrolet Tahoe, Nissan and Mazda, and most American cars. The good news is that Macabre has its garage in the Bronx, New York, the USA, where we have a huge stockpile of Ford synthetic mobile oil that is very good for your vehicles. Some of these oils, when used, can service your vehicle by itself for up to 4 to 6 months. We have gas treatment and fuel injector cleaner, original from the USA. We can get you any spare part for your car in Liberia from America in 4 working days, even if we are not the one working on your car. We also order spare parts for other garages.
Whoa, yeah. I thought I was my leg get there, but she showed me there. If I trust woman again, then let me lay on my elbow, play with my heart. Then she use me for 2PO. They call it Ure, they now what a monkey can say one they eat me. He said, now we want. That the child yeah, they can feel that Emma Oma tell me was said that come book on, you know, okay, said he won't. That the child yeah, they can feel that Emma Oma tell me was said that come book on, you know, okay, said he won't. God, you mean it, you know, in them on me, I get through, I want you. If we need, I done it for you. Ekma wa, money. I losing myself. My child show me there. They love the eye enough. I finish here for myself. My oma will be woman. If pass me about woman, I thought I was prank. I see it with my own apple. Relationship any in hospital. They check back the floor. Don't you need it so? Now the child yeah, they can feel. Now my oma tell me. Who said that come book on, you know? Okay, said he won't. That the child yeah, they can feel. Now my oma tell me. Who said that come book on, you know? Okay, said he won't. You be the product. You know, you them on me.
Oh yes, LRB to the war. And of course, we like to do this as a special wedding treat to my own dear little sister, Matali Sharif, Elias Tali. Tali gets married today to her lovely, darling, sweetheart, Saramfode Kane. And of course, this is a special dedication to you and your darling husband. And of course, we wish you all of the best in your new home. Pray that this union produces the best of the both of you, stands the way of all of the temptation and all of that. But yes, today we're going to be out there, right there in the JJY community, at the JJY mosque, to go through the spiritual rituals in cementing the union between our dear sister Tali Sharif and Saramfode Kane. And the big event is on Sunday, Ministerial Complex, lockdown. So you're all invited right there at the Ministerial Complex to witness Sarah Tali 2025, the biggest wedding event in Liberia. 2025 goes down at the Ministerial Complex. Oh yeah, come and celebrate with us. And to all of your friends and of course followers who are having events today, we'd like to say congratulations and best wishes. Just any which one it is. So yes, today we are out. Sunday we are out for good. And then Saturday we are supposed to be out at Vanilla. Social house.
It's on tomorrow, and of course,
okay, it starts tomorrow.
Saturday, yes, Friday and Saturday is going to be 2 nights of unstoppable entertainment. So too many things this weekend. But I was enjoying you disc jockeying right now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so,
it's part of the craft.
Yeah, it's part of what it is. Like, so when you see all we sitting here, we just talk. You mean that we can? I'm not talking with you. You bring news here, you bring music.
Anything that got to do with broadcasting,
anything, we are good. That's why it is.
And we'll find it will take sooner.
Yeah, 1 hour. We are entertained. Yes, we are playing music.
Just 2 hours.
Century. Recognize all of you. Send birthday to the man.
Then you'll say, my man, you forget about the show. You can't do that.
That's why.
And we'll be eating baby boy and Lawrence Kwawa. We'll eat their way.
Baby boy, Lawrence Kwawa, Anthony Stevens.
They all guy from Niku Town.
DSB.
It's good. DSB is good.
The cool DJ.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, cool DJ.
But that's why it is. It's good in this kind of thing you do. You have to be multi-talented because we could sit right here and maybe something. You see, the last two Thursdays. I've been sitting in for somebody. Mm-hmm. Immediately after the show, I'll cross over. To an announcer now. That's why it is like, and you all know I was in the music department. We're here too as well. We can write news. We can do everything. Yeah, but that's why it is. Today is Thursday. This Thursday is pushing us gradually to a weekend of we can say long weekend because the holiday is actually going to be on Saturday. November 29 is going to be on Saturday, so you can have the opportunity.
Somehow men are pray for it to be on Sunday. Yeah, but no way.
Instead of free on Monday.
Yeah,
but it's actually good. Oh yes, so you also have the opportunity to win money for yourself here this morning while you follow us. So all that you have to continue to do, if you know the code, if you've been following. All that you have to do is to just pick up your Lone Star Cell MTN mobile money phone and then you dial *255*1#, *255*1#. You okay? Give it just a few seconds, and then the list of options will come. You'll be asked which currency you want to play from. You choose the currency you want to play from, then yes, you're good. So between now to 8:15, the time is 4 up to 8 o'clock, 8:15. Let's see what we can do. Or Joy, is up to you. The more you play, the better your chances are. So bag of rice. We've brought in several bags of rice, so you can also win for yourself a bag of 25 kg. And don't forget, the first anniversary is also on. There is a promo, and you can win a 43-inch flat screen television just by playing here. And you will win your normal 5,000 or your 10,000. You can win the flat screen television, Camera 40, Techno Camera 40. And several other prizes, including standing fan, just all of that. So it's up to you. The more you play, the better your chances are to win.
Certainly. So go ahead and dial *245*1# right here on Freedom 87.9 and stand a chance to win the different prizes that we have lined up. So yesterday I started seeing some rescue puppets, UPICs, trying to go around and lay claim to the Redemption Hospital, but they're doing it for them. They're kind of doing it in a crafty way. They understand that there is no claim that Mr. Boakai can lay to this project, because since he became president, it has not even come to him as something meaningful, something valuable. That let me just go and assess. Let me just go and do an assessment of what is, because it is a Liberian government project, any which way you pull it, right? But at the end of the day, the hate is so embedded within this old man. So basically, for him, it comes to him like going to visit Redemption is like validating George Weah's and achievements that he made while serving as president. So he has abandoned the place. He has not checked on the place, even when workers were feeling disenchanted in the race issue. The president paid absolutely no visit. What have you? He has never ever been there since he became president.
No,
but now that the dedication is nearing, I'm told early next year, right, 2026. It should have been this year, but it was delayed due to some factors during the COVID. When the COVID came, it interrupted, so it got delayed. So as that is nearing, and of course the public keep asking, what has Mr. Boakai done? What have they dedicated? Every time they're telling us we have this, we not do the one, but we can see no groundbreaking, we can see no dedication and all of that. So now they want to go and dedicate that, because remember they refused to dedicate the roundabout at ELW Junction, and some other project, right? In Monrovia, they refused to dedicate them. It just go quietly like that. So they want to go and dedicate the, which of course they should do. So, but they want to take away the Weah contribution from it. So basically what they have been doing, here I'm going to send you the video, we'll put it up, right? What they've been doing, they send their talks out, their puppets out, the actual UPICs, right? The ones who can bury their conscience and just be supporting all kinds of things, right? So they send it out, a laying claim. They say, some will say, that Ellen started the project, and Boakai is going to dedicate what his boss later started. The very Ellen they used to be causing, but today they're willing to even accept Ellen, right? And Mr. Weah has never had problem. If you listen to the video that we're about to play from the executive mansion, the official block laying or groundbreaking video from 2018, I think July of 2018, right? Here you go. You realize that former President Weah did not only recognize the outgoing president, but even the outgoing officials at the Ministry of Health. This is responsible governance, responsible leadership, right? So they went back and recognized their efforts, because no matter what you do, government is continuity, and there might have been some preliminary conversations around the idea to relocate the Redemption Hospital due to all of the factors, that were threatening the current facility. Some bit of conversation might have commenced, during those periods. So as president, on the day that he had gone, it was just like 5, 6, or 7 months after his inauguration. So somebody will say, they heard I stayed there. He's there coming from the election thing. Mr. went by. See, I like to thank, right? While you were thanking the World Bank and all the other people, see, I also like to thank the former president emeritus Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, the Minister of Health, and all of our deputies and others. Because this is one country. You have to, even if somebody just did a small little mini, recognize their effort. Right? And then when you came, you expedited the project. You engage the partners based on the need and whatever importance you attach to, the project and the vicinity is going to benefit. 150 bedroom. So they reach out, did that. But you have our men in they can see the president. We are in the video laying bricks. The first ever bricks to go in the hole for that hospital that George Weah took and lay. But Baka does not want to even recognize the fact that the man is even former president. So you won't jump over and go to Ellington and say, oh, that Ellen stop. Even Ellen herself will not do that. So we want everybody to know, because we've told you time will add number that for anything for this country, but he's passing around, stealing other people's projects, stealing other people's efforts. That which we will not sit down here to tolerate. We will not sit here to allow to happen. We'll continue to push this government to bring. Labor is virgin. We have a lot of things, a lot of places to do whatever we can do. Please go and do something. We got plenty empty land. We got plenty roads that needs to be worked on. Go and break ground. Use your own contact, right? Lobby where even World Bank project from the ground, we can get it under your regime. Under Weah regime, World Bank made a lot of interventions, whether that NAFA, whether that redemption, this other place, that other place. So why none of it is coming under your regime? But you promise that you're going to bring all the NGOs back to the country. Let's play the video. Let our people see it. The evidence. Nobody will leave first in. Whoever had a role to come for you, or be your own project.
Today is a historic day as we celebrate the festivities of our nation's 171st independence under the Pro agenda.
2018 of the July
with the block laying of the new Redemption Hospital. Redemption Hospital was originally built as a marketplace, but it was later transformed into a health center to provide medical services to the people of the borough of Newtown and its environment. Over the years, and as time went on, various modifications were made to accommodate more people and provide more services for our citizens within the community. The constant high demand for the much needed medical service, not just in Newtown and its environment, but the bordering counties become a huge challenge because the current Redemption Hospital facility can no longer meet the demand and standard for appropriate care for all those who walk through the doors to seek care. During my visit to the Redemption Hospital a few days after my inauguration, I reminded the staff and the people in the hall that very soon, construction of the new Redemption Hospital will begin in Conway. Today is a symbol of that reality as I stand here today to lay the block on what will be a modern 155 bed hospital that will focus on maternity and pediatric services. The laying of block today constitutes construction of the first phase of the hospital at the cost of $14 billion United States dollars. Let me express my gratitude to my predecessor, Excellency Emeritus Madam Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, who with our able lieutenants, Dr. Gordon Gali,
Hey, listening?
and their team at the Ministry
Dr.
of Health.
Gali, what are going
I'm
on?
also very grateful to the World Bank for providing the funds that will turn this area.
So why would you as a president recognize the work? You can do the other people do it, you can't. You recognize
Special thanks to all of our partners who have stood with us in making sure that the lives of our Liberians are safe through the provision of quality healthcare services. I would also like to express thanks and appreciation to our health minister, our deputies, and the entire health ministry staff, and all of our stakeholders for continuing this great initiative on behalf of our citizens. I said, Lukutan Redemption Hospital was a marketplace. I remember when I used to live in Corner West. This is where we go to market. But today, it's a hospital. We listen to the telephone minister that you should take care. You should make sure that you don't touch anything that don't belongs to you. It is important for us to have many health centers because for our nation to grow, we have to be healthy. Larissa, I want to thank you. I know sometimes when we sit on the table, it's a tough talk, but it's all in the interest of the Liberian people. And I want to thank you for giving us the opportunity to make sure that everything that we need from you after our discussion before this week. Thank you very much. I remember when I was on the health committee, Dr. Omar and I, when it comes to health issues, we are not ahead. Put their views, it's not to stop anything that you want to do. When I put in 1990,
Black lady.
I went to the hospital. I put that in my car, driving to work, coming from work, put it back in the car, driving home. Because I believe that with the traffic, they need to get to work because they have to save life.
Good. So here's the moment now. So after the indoor program, they are going out to lay the bricks. So that now who you all see standing there? That Ellie? Does anybody in that place like Ellie? This was the big claim for the first phase of the very Redemption Hospital, the 150 bedroom hospital that's supposed to be dedicated early 2026. You want to lead, you want to run this government on lies and deception. And you want to That's Solomon, right? Solomon Doe. That's Solomon Doe. Yeah, man, Solomon, taking picture. Yeah, man, Solomon, taking picture. Being inside, right? Solomon Doe. That's Solomon, right? Solomon Doe, and let's come into the background. I ain't burger making for you know burger burger most on serious track that content burger to tell the message like you know actually a so I think this will lay all of the matter to rest. And if the government goes ahead beyond and refuses to recognize the effort, the commitment, the engagement, how COVID not happened, that project would have been long since dedicated. And what we've gathered since the inception of the new government, the team worked, they did all they could to retweak and reimagine the project, but it was already carved, right? So now what did they do? They, for whatever reason, justifiable to them, they changed the contractor. But upon changing the contractor, but it doesn't erase anything. The new contractor that they hired has been doing a terrible job. He got, with one time, I have the pictures when we were getting close. The roofs, the pipes and other materials, the specification that was required for that project, when the Unity Party manipulated and removed and brought in their own contractor, they started to buy the materials locally. That is the risk, and I want the World Bank people to listen and carry their team to do an assessment of the project before dedication. And I challenge those in charge, the Ministry of Health people. In fact, they've all abandoned the project. They've all abandoned the project. They do not go to the site. So whenever the World Bank people go in there, they will go there and teleguard the inspection. And you understand? So the pipes that are supposed to run, the entire junior system is full. When we fall in the hospital, yeah, right, because of the substandard pipes that they use, water will take over the whole compound. I challenge anybody. Let the World Bank people go and do the assessment. The roof, the quality of zinc that they're putting, imagine that project.
And it started because they had the power to I'm coming, I'm not really getting myself here.
You gotta be giving your headphone, you gotta check your headphone out.
All right, so
yeah. So this is what we are talking. Your intervention into that project has undermined the quality and durability of the project. Folks, you know, we don't just say things because we want to say it, we want to criticize people. The right things to happen, and we have the facts. So beginning next week, right? In fact, we endeavor to get people here to come and talk, because we want the World Bank to go there and assess and see whether, it is value for money, because they have to change. As we're speaking now, parts of the building is leaking, the roof leaking, and you will see the holes. But we'll get there. So let's hold that, right? Can't say Ellen tell you say she project rogue layer. My Ellen ever tell you say she project rogue. You saw my Ellen stealing in Samuel K. Do or Chatula project. She came, she tried, she also on her own, she put her own project on. You can't steal project on. No way, you see no way to steal it. You go to Ellen, the very Ellen you're carrying to the party headquarters that you're buying now, and insulted her on her birthday. And call her Dao, call her witch, right? When Costa used to call her witch, I used to be clapping that today, because you don't want to wear his flower. You're jumping, you're going to Dao. You see that Dao project. Dao tells us she project rule, Omen Boaka. project road, TV, say you came to power, war your own project, passing around, stealing project, your own project at 4 years. You seem to claim your own project, what you bring. Small chicken soup factory road, you can deliver 2 years counting. Right? I'm told this December 17th also will make, since the program for that chicken soup factory will make it 1 year. Y'all go there. Yeah, fun time, you go there and go see 1 year and go see what they have done there. We will push you until you obey that rule. Because every time we talk about chicken soup factory rule and you obey it, and when you obey the chicken soup factory people, they should come and tell or thank you. You can hear any other media organization or talking about chicken soup factory rule. So the day you don't want to tell thank you that you don't do it like your business. Because, but at the end of the day, we sustain the debate. We could ignore and be focused in other areas. But we'll name shame them, they will go and beat that rule. So this is it.
I would I don't know, but I better use this better quality of my voice over here. So it's important to understand that the Unity Party, as we've always said, is trending on a very terrible path. A very terrible path it is. The fact that a government elected to govern is not focusing more on governing the country, but instead playing politics with what the system should be like. You know, this thing about Unity Party trying to always disassociate the former administration from projects that were undertaken under that administration, it has become glaring. And Liberians, for the most part, have reached to a point to understand that it is all because of hate for a particular group of individuals. So you cannot go at, like we just show you the video for those of you watching on camera. You saw the video. The very first block that get the redemption or the new redemption hospital to where it is now was led by who? You saw George Weah as president. And George Weah, why speaking about that project before the official block laying, we had recognized individuals who made immense contribution, even the sweepers. He recognized their efforts. It did not take away Weah's name. But why is it that this rescued government is so much about getting Weah connected or associated with any project that he even signed? Go to local building, Unity Party, go to this, everything should be about you. And the thing is, Liberians are not stupid like before. In this new age, we have internet. The world has been digitized. So I'm able to sit here and know a project that Bwaka started. I know of a project, the Wakanda Park. I'll always continue to talk about this. When they program for program for Wakanda Park. Today, the Wakanda Park that was to be dedicated since December of last year,
2024.
We've heard absolutely nothing about that park. And there is nothing being done today. The chicken soup factory road that Abu spoke about is supposed to be a Bwaka's project, a Bwaka's initiative. Where are we with that? 2 years now. This government being in power. The only thing that the president could do is to purchase, maybe he knew a purchase could include now the purchasing of the security booth to Boulevard Junction.
Yeah.
The president project,
those are actually his projects.
Yes. The water faucet that they built in Bapulu County. Yes, these are projects you should be proud of.
And they shame all their own project. They're afraid to even mention them.
The most so far I would say that the most expensive project is the $10 million project. How is that? What is that building going to be used for? Or that entire estate? What is it going to be used for? the administration is terribly embarrassed to even associate itself with that entire project.
You went banga, you go embarrass yourself. The World Bank representative had to be there to tell you say that 2019 we started the project
doing the dedication
of that school. The international people now. So for the record, yes, the record. So they set the record straight on that. But that's the man he got.
The school that the vice president, I not the one in Ghana, he said,
yeah,
Beyonce came from America to raise funds like for that project.
And the Ghana one that one Wednesday, Beyonce and okay, whoa. Have you had BM now again?
Let me frame, yeah. Sometimes it's up to me. Sometimes like y'all want to come here, sit there.
Yeah, say Beyonce king and raise
some of the lies.
No, what we'll do, look, as we're getting closer to the so-called December 6th, maybe that the week before, we're going to be cataloging all of the fake promises and the lies that were told. We're just going to dedicate a broadcast to that one there. We ain't gonna say go or don't go because already started paying money. We're getting intelligence that workers at MCC, the Monrovia City Corporation, right? They're being paid, they're being bribed, so to speak, $15 each to go for the December 6th. So as a boss pull you down, you go to the person, they pay your mark. But then paying it right away, the program got to finish because they want as soon as you go, you collect your mark, you move from there. So you gotta stay there. The program finish. You're going. You're collect
that entire thing from that Unity Party stuff, the purchasing of that headquarters up to the December 6th program and everything. There is a budget of $10 million that have been allocated for that. So the budget is going to go towards. So like I said to you, I think it was on last Friday. I mean, what the guys intend to do is they know within themselves that. The citizens are now empowered to be able to contribute what they will want. So they will go in my own home county, for example, Nimba. If in Nimba they are even unable to raise $50,000 US, they are going to go as part of that 10 million they allocated. They will go into that 10 million and take maybe, for example, 500,000 or 1 million and add it to the actual money that will be generated or raised from that program in NIMA. So they will make it when they are making pronouncement of the NIMA's contribution. What they are going to be telling you now is instead of, for example, 40,000 collected by NIMBAians to support the project, they will say now 540,000. So they are going to take the 500,000 from the budget, the money that they have allocated. Like I said to you, 10 million they've allocated for that project, all of the activities. So they'll go there now until 500,000 and add it on Nima County and say Nima collected. So it sounds heavy in your ear, then you feel like, oh, everything is normal, everything. Yeah, the people still contributing. But the money that will be having after that activities, the name, the amount they will be calling. Trust me, that's something that when you collect 10 million, we add 50,000. For example, in Bomi County, if Bomi County is able to collect 10,000 LD, they will go and add maybe like 200,000 or 300,000 and maybe 310,000 to make it sound heavy in your ear.
But Higa, I think that is important for you to highlight. But look, the reason why you see, I don't like to waste time on that whole fundraiser thing is a charade because, mind you, the communities that they are going to raise the money in, the people are crying every day. Have you not seen Unity Partisans complain? So where are they going to get the money from? So have they been having money having monies under their mattresses and they will go pull it out and contribute it to
on the camera, so for those
and pull it out and contribute to the so-called stuff. We all know the entire country, even Reba pushers right now, Sham boys, Yana boys and girls passing around are all aware that indeed the government of Liberia have stolen the country money, and that's what they're buying the property. That's what they're buying Unity Party property with. And subsequent government will definitely reclaim all of those properties, and that's the fact. So you'll buy the property, you'll painted fund, you'll be there. That's just for 6 years. Any government come back to power, all the properties, particularly the ones that you're buying now, will all be reclaimed by the country money. And it's new. And all of those 1 minute. And all of those associated with stealing or the country money, especially when the healthcare is down, the education sector is down, when people are complaining And you're prioritizing buying party headquarters over the Liberian people now. Everybody will be held accountable for it. All of y'all.
So I'm sharing on camera a front page Africa's news publication that was done on November 24th, 2021. And the headline there is court gives order for Unity Party evasion from headquarters building. Huh? And this story was Willie Tupa.
That was 2021.
2021. So how come now from 2021? I think it was around 100,000 plus that the Unity Party was evicted for. 150,000 the Unity Party was evicted for. The Unity Party could not pay in opposition 2021. Unity Party could not pay 150,000 to rent that building.
To stay in it.
To stay in that building.
They have all the Star Wars.
They had to go to Muda's area over there. So now the very same Unity Party that under the period of 3 to 4 years could not pay rental fees. The very same Unity Party is able to today allocate $10 million in our country budget to purchase the very same place that they could not pay rental fee for buying opposition.
All right.
What it tells you.
So
that this entire thing is from the country.
Let's move to something else. Let's leave these nonsense that they are doing. The thing the Liberian people don't know. I sent you the statement from the Press Union of Liberia. It's important because what happened up Capitol Hill is concerning. And everybody has to pay attention to it. When we warned this country that Richie Kun and the entire team that lodged at the hotel, hotel are not a good place. It's an immoral area. They can do all kinds of things against God's will. So you take a leadership that was made from a hotel and you bring them, you put them over the country. And you expect that good things will come from there. They whole here so immoral things instead they had. And since they took over the House of Representatives after we beat on them, right? When the moral voices in the country refused to talk, and we young people were the one talking and saying that this is wrong. You won't run the country and then you go later in motel. Every day we see small getting with handbag passing up and down to that hotel place. That the other one can't take over the country. The very president said he will do business with the quorum, with the RLJ quorum. RLJ quorum has produced a man who is intrinsically inept. Very inept. Richard Nangbe Kun is an inept man. Zero sum. This man, since his ascendancy to that place, has just been arrogant, dictatorial, right, unconventional, and of course, unparliamentary in his output. This man on live camera threatening journalists and threatening press freedom in this country. That's him. That's his nature. That's the only thing he can offer. And it is a disaster in this age and time for Liberia to still have such a man at that place. So the question becomes, why did you all do what you did to remove a learned Speaker of the House? So we are a country that settles for less. Mediocrity, partisanship. Unity Party insisted that they needed their own speaker, and they brought a disaster upon the country. That's embarrassing the image of the House of Representatives, and of course, he is unable now to have a quorum to do business. And now he's threatening to take journalists to jail who report on the fact that he cannot convene a quorum. The Press Union of Liberia have spoken. And I'm going to read that. We'll play his voice. And of course, somebody said, Dillon even said that he coming to power there, his coup d'etat was unnecessary, right? And all of that. But Dillon is a hypocrite. He should have said that earlier. He should have pounded that when they were financing, when they were lodging, when they were aiding and abetting, when he was having meeting with the president. He would have sounded that for them to abort this miscarriage. The president himself is a miscarriage, presidential, democratic miscarriage. For immediate release, threats by Speaker Kun manifest increasing hostility towards journalists in Liberia. What's the title? Increasing. So when we come here, you all feel like we wake up from our beds and come here and just want to talk because we want to talk, right? And we've always said your feelings are not the validation of what we say and the work we do. We're convinced by the facts and the reports and everything that's happening. That's how we come here. We sound the caveat. We told you that there's been increase in hostility towards independent press, critical media in Liberia. Now it is manifesting. PUL has alarmed. The Press Union of Liberia believes verbal threats by the Speaker of the House of Representatives to deal with journalists by grabbing and jailing them are yet another frightening manifestation of the steadily increasing hostility towards journalists in Liberia. The union is alarmed by the threats from Speaker Rachel Kun, who on Tuesday, 25 November 2025, disparagingly warned journalists covering the House of Representatives against recording communicative exchanges in the chamber in the absence of official plenary session. To the press, this session is not legal yet. Anything you record from here, we will deal with you. We will deal with you, he said. This session is not legal yet until we get quorum. We did not ask you not to be doing your recording while we are doing our talking. You take anything from here. When we grab you, when we don't put you in jail, you more change my name. This session must be legal by quorum. This joke where we are joking here, you record now to start talking nonsense. When we catch you, you will not believe it. Warn Speaker Kun, the UP speaker. The threat by Speaker Kun signaled a clearly dangerous manifest by a certain public official of his kind to weaponize state power by intimidating, harassing, and molesting journalists while restricting the right of the public to know and have access to information. Speaker Kun must be told that every open session in the chamber of the House of Representatives bears the nature of privileged information, legally allowing journalistic coverage under Article 15 of the Constitution of Liberia, which guarantees freedom of the press with no limitation on the public right to be informed about the government and its functionaries. While it remains to be determined what motivated the speaker's threat, it is clear that certain public officials remain tied to employing old authoritarian tactics in their attempt to return Liberia to the dark old days of silencing the press to enhance the culture of secrecy and unaccountability. In the wake of the alarming threat, PUL President Julius Kanoba on Wednesday, 26 November 2025, held in-person meetings with the office of the Speaker through the media advisor Vesely Sumo. The House Committee Chair on Information and Broadcasting Representative Emmanuel Dan and the Director of the House Press Bureau, Robert Hans. While the office of Speaker Kun has assured the PUL that his statement was made without malice and that he has no intention to muzzle the press, Representative Emmanuel Dan informed the PUL that the Speaker made the statement out of joke. Imagine we threatening to say out of joke. Joke or no joke, with or without malice, the Press Union of Liberia is demanding an immediate retraction and public apology by Speaker Kun as a mark of his remorsefulness for the uncouth anti-press remarks. Good. The PUL urges all journalists covering the House of Representatives to remain unbending in their pursuit of public interest stories from the legislature as one of the core pillars of decision making that affects the lives of the people of Liberia. Signed, Julius Konoba, President of the Press Union of Liberia. And this is our vote. This is the man we campaign for. This is the union we said we wanted. And of course, you have it. Right? Here, guy.
So,
Kun should apologize.
So, Abu,
And we try.
the thing is, when you get leaders who are being deceptive, this is why it is. For Emmanuel Darling to stand before people and say that thing was a joke, Abu, when you and I are joking here on this platform, we know how we do that joke. So for Emmanuel Darling to say, oh, that joke, it doesn't make sense to me. And it's sincere. It doesn't make sense. Because you listen to the tune. Maybe we can just play this quickly. Let's get this so the public can know and understand.
Yeah, let's do it quickly. Then we'll go to this other. Look at Miss Sonny. Look, y'all listen. Look at the Miss Sonny. Like the man always say, "Oh, he ain't deserve to be president." Look at the man. Listen to the man sound. A speaker, Eugene speaker. I want to tell that man, friend, man.
So this is the kind of speaker you people have. The man who made it clear to us that he's the regime speaker. So it is clear that the only reason for which Baka and his legs supported the coup d'etat against Funati Kofa was to have a regime speaker. And Abu, from all indications and understanding, a couple of the lawmakers that supported him have been able to speak to behind the scene. Many of them
are getting
today disappointed in this very individual. Abu, and between now to 2026 June, anything between now to that time, the coup be another speakership crisis at the lower house of parliament.
The legacy, it shouldn't be there. Let them keep embarrassing the people.
It is becoming terrible. The fact is, Abu, this guy has been unable to unite the house. The same very way that Baka has been unable to unite the country. So as a result of that, he's not having his colleagues coming for section because not many persons believe in that he arrogant style. So lawmakers now are not even interested in going for section. Many of them will come and be in their offices and all of that and be sitting there. So this guy, instead of him looking for a way that he's able to unite the lower house of parliament, he's unable to do that. But everything that he will always do is to threaten people. Always speak, in that kind of native, I would just say that native and reckless kind of way of doing things, that the way they make it normally do things.
Yeah, let's hear from the public on this one, here, guy. And then we talk about that. Arresting.
This guy is very terrible.
Yeah, this is it. At least we are exonerated once more. We told you that Kun was a terrible man. He's a misfit and all of that, but the regime insisted that they wanted to make him. Their entire leadership, look at their whole leadership. Their whole leader, look at the House of Representatives. It's no longer honorable. It's no dignifying. Lawmakers don't even look dignifying anymore.
Yeah, I'm okay now.
Go ahead. Go ahead, Mohammed.
You know, you guys have said it all. We told people these guys just keep power because they put a lot of them too much. And these are some of the things we have seen. The whole people of the country, chairman in the country, is trusting our journalists not to cover things in the country. They won't even care about our country now. I don't really know what is down. We told people that this guy is competent. And it proves to the people that he's not competent for the job. It is because they're not preparing to go down there. And the man who hear that power, he just see that bring people to your house. And that talk, any kind of way, it's very massive. That's all we already know. We know what it's for. We condemn them for the previous
Okay.
So that we're going to see.
Okay. Let's talk to somebody else. Good morning. Hello. Okay, since you're not ready, let me talk to David King. David, morning. Walk away from where you are, please. Go ahead.
Am I okay now?
Not yet. Go ahead.
Am I good?
Okay, just go ahead, bro.
Yeah. Welcome.
Thank you.
Anyway, yeah, I've murdered you. You escaped yesterday. You couldn't come.
I got your friend in the morning, ba.
Yeah.
Your maybe that again. I think making people put more bagay.
It was Abuja. You were all in Akubaya taking the place.
Well, I wish I can recognize the father at him though.
Yeah, but man, may I point by that leader forward team, they were talking to serious thing here. They beat the men and serious thing.
This is how our country is getting damaged by the day. And I want to say to my parents, if we sit here and allow one reckless woman, a group of gangsters to take this country, and we sit there and say we're waiting for George Weah to rally the people to get in the street, and it will not offer well for us.
Okay. David, your line is bad. You want to walk away from where you are? Go ahead.
Hello?
Go ahead.
I just jumped up calling from District Numbers.
Go ahead, Chief.
Ghana, we ain't a mess in this country. You know, when you want to tell you that they're done listing. And this is what I'm calling with us. We got to be inside for the past 6 years. Because Richard is not a hero, it's a ruler. If you can get outside there and listen to your statement.
Thank God we get original country man. So that one we want to probably not have. Just matter of time.
Journalist that was signed 2019.
Man, say anywhere you go for him.
Then you come when you trying to misuse all and abuse all and the way the president did to us. So the way it's what he's selling for. So it means even the development you're talking about, you're about development. How can you develop or how can we develop a country that you are after peaceful or citizens and even journalists are supposed to be one man to get the message to the people for the people to know and help you with your developmental drive. How can you do that? Then we see those guys because we are able to say yes. It's all along because they're not in your house and you're supposed to unite and put them together to do the LeBron people work. You are not doing it. So now, even the budget say I'm just here for it. Maybe it will be a 40 to see what the past 40.
That Rachel Kun outburst against the journalist came as a result of conversation around the budget. It was between he and Rachel Kun. And that Rachel Kun, how you calling this guy from? Marvin Kun. Morning.
Good morning.
Go ahead, you live.
I'm Leo Pico calling from Broad Street.
Okay.
I want to ask this Pico and the Chief Justice, is that any difference in their authority?
I'm telling you. Yeah, man, because you listen to other men do. Go ahead, my brother.
You're trying to do some jingles. Compare the Chief Justice Republic of Liberia. You compare our Speaker Republic of Liberia. You're trying to do anything. You're trying to get what the difference is to both authorities in their clean and counter clean. And when they are very, very angry, unnecessarily, what they can do.
Okay. Thank you. I'm sure this is Masisi. Masisi, morning.
Yeah, that man is on the llama. So how you coming up?
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, I listen to both of you and I listen to somebody telling us that the man was just joking. And when I say this is likely, you call all Brano Prince Kanuba, how you call your press president. You call it the statement serious. It was trying to be very making.
No, the man says serious. You listen to the man statement we read?
Yeah, you call him. The thing the man said, the big family in our country. To threaten that bring everything that happens our country to us, when you follow law, and you threaten they say, oh, what can I say? I know from West Point, can't talk about the man was just joking. Can't talk about the man was just joking. What many people are serious in this country? As a law, because when I'm trying to see the place, we will change your event, you know, we're pure. Before
right.
You come in the car, say, oh, the man was just joking. What the man screaming? And then, oh, we'll get just, hey, what do you want to give my party? So I'm calling out you, don't come, let you, let's go. And to the phone, and go to the embassy. So then I'll report. Hey, if you're going to put that. Thank you.
All right,
Thank you,
very much. Let's take the last caller.
Morning.
Good morning, Abu Ega.
You live. Go ahead, Peter, sir.
Thank you. I'm the Kumako chairman, and I join in from Sokwe District 4. Abu Ega, this will always want us to use the word responsible government as a cliche.
After Emma, let me move to
their performance, the way they carry themselves. And mind you, it is not just this speaker of regime popular for speaker. We listen here when the director said he was not going to allow protest. He honored a regime as a police director. And as a final threat, he came out of going in King Joe. We're all hearing Tanner Sando, military and other guys taking state functionaries to just, take state platform and get me insulting and get me saying all kind of things. These are all training issues. That is why the other guys will see it and do what they can do. What a guy did, they move, they do, that is sure that he was joking. This is a dictatorial trend now there established by this government. It started with that police director. It went when President Boakai said he would not respect the Supreme Court ruling in the House impact. He said you're going to zero Kuro. When the Supreme Court ruled that LTA people are telling you, he said you're not going to listen to the Supreme Court. So that is the same trend that regime people is following. Although he said loosely and recklessly, don't speak recklessly. People also think that they are any responsible, they always think we're running responsible government.
All right, Peter, let's talk to Edmond. Edmond, morning, you are our final caller on this segment.
Yeah, thank you. Here, God, me say morning to Abu. We welcome the release from the press union of Liberia because it's just important to do so. So for regime collaborator to come and tell us, say, oh, the mayor was joking. No, listen to the mayor tone. Listen to that voice. When you guys were reading that release, and then I was saying, the guy they think said they are superhuman because they have been given the opportunity. Somebody went and stood in the land and voted for them. So they think he said they have absolute right over everything. The way we think, the way we talk, the way we walk, the way we sleep, everything they know it. Now you will tell me that's a joking tune. That's not a joking tune. And then speak to God that for the press is not taking the likely and it come really serious that he was joking. Like he come up and gave an apology to the journalists because this is not covered. We cannot go back in the days of Charles Quinn and others that were murdered in the place only because they wanted to be independent and inform the Liberian people what was happening in the country. But mind you, we the Liberian people, we the one that allow this thing. Because if you could allow Richard Coon and others to take people to a hotel where they were there camping for more than 7 months, driving in a convoy, coming to Capitol building, dancing and going back, dancing in hotel, and the Liberian people sat there, they allowed them to do so. So you think they will not go the extra mile? We would have stopped it. Because those are the guys that they were marginalizing. They come from district. Their district are now being underrepresented only because they are not being able to effectively perform in the House of Representatives. So as long as you allow Richard to do that, Richard will go to the journalist. The journalist allow him. What will be the next step? You don't know. This is what we tell them. That's 2029 that you talk about. This is the time that you begin the process of the 2029, or else they're going to get sour for you.
All right,
so thank you, man.
All right.
Correct. So, folks, this is where we are. So, on yesterday, we witnessed a scene in Guinea-Bissau. And since the aftermath of the coup in Guinea-Bissau, we've been reading behind the scene, and of course, there are very interesting, conversations around there, Hagar. And I think it is imperative that we bring these things up so that our people will begin to think about them critically. Now, in the first place, the incumbent president had no reason to recontest. The tenure was over. But then he insisted and participated in the election. That's one. Two, it was very evidently clear based on the data that were pouring in from all indication that the opposition was on the verge to have, won the election. So it was on, I think, Monday or Tuesday, the president self-declared, claiming 65% of the vote. And, so the ruling party had declared that they've won the election, some 65%. And we've been able to gather all of these things. So in no time on Wednesday, there is a coup staged by Palace Guard. Right? It's like the EPS. Right? The head of the Palace Guard now emerges as the coup leader to depose the former president. So many observers there have said that this is a palace coup, which is indicative of a staged coup. So what I explain is that the president, fearing accountability, prosecution, and of course, investigation by the opposition that would subsequently take over, was willing to stage, allegedly, right, to stage the coup for a palace guard to take over the presidency and give him immunities. And you understand? So now let's come to Liberia and what we have to be careful of. This government, just in the first year, what they say they will rig the election. Year two, they say they will rig the election. Election is way 2029. And they've been saying they will rig the election. Jawa, as a peaceful man, will steal the election. So as tension keeps boiling, as anger among the ordinary people keep increasing, right, with these kinds of precedent, that means we have to be on an extra alert, because you can't trust. The regime is doing too much, and they will feel very insecure, because clearly this government will be a one-term government. So now they will be fearing prosecution, so they could legally stage something as a coup, because there are records where elements from the regime have said they will even be willing to stage something and have what? An interim arrangement, then to turn power over. And all of these things are there. So at least it's good that we're in 2025 and these things are coming up. I send you something, I'll put on the screen and talk about that in passing, and then we'll find time to go detail as soon as we lay our hands on all of the document. And it has got to do with the communication from the asset recovery people, right? Requiring the BMC construction supplying company, right? Construction material store to furnish the court with all relevant purchase, contract, BOQ, whatever relevant construction documentation relating to the City of Hope in Marshall. And this is born out of the perception that the project is a proceed of diverted public funds. So the government has this perception that project, the office, the government money, public money, or money that was sourced under, in the mind, the name of the government, were used and diverted for private use. So it is one thing to perceive. It is another thing to endeavor to have the relevant documents to substantiate. Sometimes you need to have the lead. What we've seen with the asset recovery from one case to the other is like it is a gossip organization. They feed on gossips. They feed on unfounded, baseless claims, and they pursue people and pursue institutions, embarrass the image, the reputation, and integrity, simply because while they campaign for office, they have all these wild allegations and claims that indeed everything that happened in this country here happened because somebody stole money and somebody stole money. So they are under obligation now. They're under obligation to prove, but they do not have. So now, according to you, you campaign, you say, Cloud Hope Foundation, the former first lady took the government money, they used the government money, they paid it. But then you have been in office almost 2 years, you cannot establish anything. The first thing, this Katumo Bwaka lady, when it took over, you know what she did? The very vehicle that Claudia drove her in, they went when they're doing the transitioning and the turning over, took her to places and show her everything to turn that office over to her and everything that related to that office. That vehicle she was saying now in, Katumu said that the vehicle she wanted. The moment they took over, she sent EPS to go collect the Omo car. They get no evidence that government car whatsoever. They sent EPS to go say they must go take the Omo car from her. But guess what? And the vehicle in question was a vehicle purchased by the woman's son, Timothy Weah, for his mother. So these are poor, hungry people that want to live luxury, and they want to live it by terrorizing other people and taking their property from them. So when they went and tried to claim the property, it got established that it had no relationship with the government of Liberia. It was the woman private. In fact, that her son bought it. Shamefully, they walked out of the compound. They left. And those were part of the claim. So because they said anything that woman hired that was government money. Then you understand? Now we have come to the Cloud Hope Foundation, an institution established to give back to Liberia. But I hate to say this, I hate to have conversations like these, but I'll have to pass around it a little bit. By a foreign national connected to Liberia through marriage, with discipline and respect for what marriage is. She has remained supportive. She has remained standing with her husband in spite of all of the negative vibes from you so-called irresponsible, most of you, jealous and envious Liberian ladies that cannot even maintain a relationship for yourself for good 2 years. You start cheating and passing it around and loving to the person, friends and relatives and stuff. You do all those dirty things. You can't stay with your commitment. Someone that can be on spoon talk. They're very decent ladies here, but all the ones that you see can be envying Cloud. I don't know what the children were dealing with it. These are useless people that have failed to sustain a commitment, and they're passing around. So what they can brag of is the fact that they have slept with plenty of men in Monrovia, or Liberia, so to speak, and that they want to be Jew tattoo there. When they get married, they won't respect tradition. They won't respect the institution. They won't respect the values of the institution. They don't want to serve. You won't marry if you're taking your slipper, knocking your man face away. Cloud, a foreign woman, right? Respect our tradition, that our husband, that for better for what, she's standing. Cloud did not develop the mindset that, oh, me, I'm from Jamaica, my husband here. So anything I got, I take care of Jamaica. I will stay here. I will support the people of Liberia. I will support the children of Liberia. Envious, hateful, jealous, wicked elements. Every day they wake up, how to destroy this vision, how to destroy the woman, and what they want to do. Come to think about it. What do you achieve? She did not collect anything or take anything to go Jamaica or out of the country, right? She said, my husband is from Liberia. He is my husband, right? I cannot pursue an agenda separate from my husband. My husband's agenda is Liberia. My agenda is Liberia. So anything I'm able to source, able to do, right? I will do it right here for the children of Liberia, the old folks. The first lady, for everybody to know and be seen, getting involved with humanitarian service is Claire Marie. Katumu Bwaga passing around any good thing she sees, she wanted for herself. Any she see the poor car, she want a car. Now she want the cloud from Katumu. You been first lady now, but you were second lady when your husband was vice president for 12 years with oversight on a group of 77, right? What did you do in the life of people living with special needs in this country? It had to take Regina Nangbe to come here and started directing proceeds from the local authority and other agencies to bettering and caring, providing welfare services to people with special needs in Liberia. Katumu, what did you do with Group of 77 money? What did you establish from Group of 77 for the Group of 77? Now your friend, who you said that for, you know, she focus, you doing everything. Ulu, y'all go to court. You say that they play your own thing. But it's okay. We're talking about the mentality. We're talking about the mindset. This thing is exposing and it's eye-opening. So, yeah, here's the letter that they wrote. Let me read it quickly. I guess it's already here, right? And this is from the Asset Recovery. It says, the Asset Recovery and Property Retrieval Task Force extends its compliments and which to inform you that the Cloud Hope Foundation, located in Marshall, Margibi County, has been placed under investigation on allegation that got, I think it's not clear. Yeah. Okay, funds were used, the government funds were used by its corporate owners to acquire and develop SIM in the name of a private foundation. Mr. Manager, the writings are very blurred, of asset recovery, blah, 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 so to speak. So the written criminal letter now said again, we make it clear again. All the things to tell you how a criminal. So let's go to the court. There's the read from the court document from Criminal Code A, Roosevelt Zaire Whaley, Resident Circuit Judge. In read, Asset and Property Retrieval Task Force by and through its chair, Councillor Edward K. Mounting Petitioner versus the Management of Building Material Center, BMC, by and through its General Manager, Chief Executive Officer, shareholders, deputies, and all acting under the authorities of Monrovia, Liberia, respondent. Request for a writ of subpoena duce tecum, right? Writ of subpoena duce tecum, Republic of Liberia, to Sheriff for Montserrat County. You are hereby commended to subpoena the management of the Building Material Center, BMC, by and through its blah, 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 to appear before this honorable court on Thursday, the 27th day of November, AD 2025, the precise hour 10 o'clock a.m., which is today, right? To subpoena the management of the Building Material Center by and through its general manager, blah, blah, blah. So they have asked the people to bring all their documents, to include what? Payment vouchers and checks for the construction period, payment receipts, bill of quantity, and other payments document related to the Cloud Hope Foundation, blah, blah, blah. So you have a system where they say, we won't prosecute you, but bring the evidence. When you bring the evidence, we'll look inside, then we'll find something and we'll prosecute you. How you run country like that? But our guest is here, so let's hold it. We'll find time. Yesterday we spoke with the former first lady briefly, and we had some very wonderful conversation. So all of the documents, we're gonna have it. We'll come right here, right, and present it to the Liberian people so that you watch the process. That's what she said. She remains open, and it is clear, right? Same Khartoum will begin president. Only thing she just passing around, buying face bead, putting face bead on her face, yellow, red, green, all kind of face bead passing around. The only thing, the first project she said she was doing in the country here was to send people to London for scholarship. They collected 2,000 from Liberian citizens. Vafi Homes. She collected 2,000 from poor Liberian parents under the pretext of sending it for scholarship to London. It failed. She has not. And she passing around with all her face bead. Look at her portrait. Look at the eyeglass she's wearing. But anyway, let hold it one right there. We'll find time to talk more. And once we get all of the document, we'll present it to you. And we will not cease to expose the uselessness in this government. Avin is our friend, and he has joined us for conversation this morning. Avin, good morning. Welcome.
Good morning. Good morning. Comrade Abud and Comrade Gona. Let me say good morning to all of our people, those who follow in the media landscape. Good morning to you, partisans, sympathizers, and well-wishers of the Congress for Democratic Change, and Liberians in general who continue to remain steadfast and hopeful about the redemption day, 29. It's a pleasure always to be here at your point.
Fair enough, and of course we're going to jump straight into it. How has this been? It's been a while, you know. You've been doing things out there. You're turning out some real big wars and all of that. So what's up? How's life?
Well, life is challenging, but we give it to the Almighty God for the privilege to be around and to contribute to the democratic advancement of our country. In terms of what we do on the national stage, we're just elevating the conversation and creating new standards for the political and national discourse.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, we do that for our people and continue to do that because it is important when we occupy such an environment, such a space. It is our obligation to always provide inspiration and to provide enlightenment to the broader mass of people who continue to look up to us for direction and continue to look up to us for political compass in terms of how we see the governance and how we see the politics of the country.
So just 1 minute before we get into it, there are two things I wanted to get a thought on. One, people are leaving the CDC and joining the CMC and other political parties. And we witnessed and we getting report that in Margibi, while the CDC was breaking ground for its local office, the superintendent was seen donating bricks. So these two things, how do you evaluate it? The host of people that have left, intellectuals, and they're leaving the party, and you're talking about 2029 and all of that. What is happening? Why you seem to be slowly losing intellectual power?
Yeah, so it will become a growing concern when the foundation of the CDC leaves in terms of the structural political foundation of the Congress for Democratic Change. If you look at the historical relevance and topology of the CDC, it is fundamentally based on grassrootism and its popular support is entrenched with the masses. So the masses have not left the CDC. What you're seeing over there in terms of departure and aberrations of few people leaving, it does not constitute the popular support base of the Congress for Democratic Change. And by precedence, by history, in 2011, when we lost elections controversially, there were people who left the CDC before. I can remember when I was still a student of the university, even though I was at the time playing a very active student role, but there were times in CDC history where the entire National Executive Committee of the party left to the Unity Party. But that did not stop the CDC to surmount those contradictions and challenges. And today, here we are. In 2025, the CDC still remains Liberia's foremost vibrant grassroots democratic political movement in the country.
Jacob Dalla, for example, said the CDC did not utilize him. They did not take advantage of his potential. He was just there for the period since he joined. Is that correct? Do you just admit people and don't give them tasks?
So I don't know what you call utilization or underutilization. What I do know is that when you join the CDC, particularly as an opposition, it is fundamentally a responsibility to begin to hold the government accountable on issues of governance. So, as an intellectual,
it's not rules to people. People are just there.
The CDC, every institution has a role. Even the man who is a grassroots, the motorcyclists, the younger boys, wherever you are placed in your communities, whether you're in the school, whether you're in the public service, for example, in the security sector, farming, teachers and doctors, nurses, all those who are part of the parcel of the Congress for Democratic Change automatically inherently have the obligation and responsibility to defend the party. So we do not seek permission to defend the ideological supremacy of the party. We do not seek permission to defend the ideological position and policy direction of the Congress for Democratic Change. Comrade Jacob Dalla is one of the brilliant young men, but you know very well that he supported us 2017 to 2023. He read all of the politics and policies of the CDC. It's a very good friend of the CDC's Global Agenda for Prosperity and Development. He read that document very well. He defended that. So there's no need to give him another assignment because he has already understood the assignment.
But then he was not a member of your party.
No, I said he have the CDC that came to power is no different than the CDC that in opposition. It is the same policy. Our policy has not changed. Our philosophy has not changed. Our vision, national vision for development, for education, for agriculture, for road, for social economic transformation, for free speech and the rule of law has not changed.
So meaning Jacob's claim business.
No, but he's a brother, but in as much as he has a constitutional franchise, but to indict the CDC then is on business allegation. I think he slipped on that one. He would have said categorically that he wants to go for a sister political institution, which is his constitutional right. But to claim that they're not utilizing, then where was Jacob in 6 years ago?
You call the CMC a sister political organization?
I mean, all opposition political parties, in respect in terms of being opposition, they are all sister political institutions. They are not enemy to this.
So, but these decisions are taken. There are many who believe the CDC before 2023, before the 2017 elections, was different. In opposition, they had the opportunity to serve digital power. And many believe that at this point, what they saw is not what they all thought of. And so as a result, they don't see the future of the country in the CDC.
If you say people don't see the future of the country in the CDC, then it begs the question about who are those people? Who are the people making the claims?
Who's some of those who leave?
No, I don't think so. If you look at the general consensus of the opinions of the Liberian masses, in terms of their feedbacks and the reactions they have now, they have never experienced such a terrible historical accident under the CDC administration, 2 years, when President we had to over the national leadership, 2 years under his stewardship as leader of the country, being guided by the Purple mantra for prosperity and development. We're talking development. We're investing into agriculture. We're building roads. Feeder roads were being built. Major roads were being expanded and being constructed. We're talking about building hospitals. We're talking about investing into market infrastructure development across the country. So if you come back to the current dispensation of leaders, what you see now in terms of governance, so those that are leaving, they do not constitute a huge percentage of the CDC voting population. They are just in miniature. They are just infinitesimal. They are baseball.
So you wanted to be huge before you get concerned?
No. I didn't say so. I'm just trying to respond to Higa's question.
But you're trying to dismiss the fact that the people living in Kanyo has left. Gompu Kagon has left. Mark Blion in Nimba has left. Sam Jackson supporter has gone, and Jacob Jada just joined the list.
Yeah, so there's a difference between individuals living, then population.
There are people living with base.
But which base?
I'm talking about Kanye, for example. Kanye is somebody who contested in District 3.
They didn't win any elections.
Gombu
Gombu Kagon, District 4.
Listen, you got to get things very strong.
Don't you think Kanye has weight?
These are some of the names. People that could vote for you.
It is the CDC that.
But no, Kanye has now officially left the party, but his alignment seems.
Your expose that it is not strange to the CDC when it comes to people leaving. The only thing that would have been very strange, as I intimated earlier, if you were to see the grassroots supporters of the party.
So that means CDC, one would say, lacks the strategy to maintain people on board.
No. People have the right to.
No, but you're saying it seems like it's normal. You agree that people.
The CDC is not a dictatorial organization to restrict and compel people to remain in its political infrastructure. That's not the CDC. Liberia is a democratic country. Article 17 of the Liberian Constitution speaks to us as people living in the CDC, people join the CDC as well. You have to understand that. So
since he left power, what's a notable name?
We're not interested. We're not interested in giving names of people who join him, because what we are is recalibration. I mean, you saw our groundbreaking ceremony when Mr. Edwin Snow, you saw the Simeon Taylor from Senator Simeon Taylor from Grand Cape.
Simeon Taylor is a
I'm saying to you, people recommitting themselves. I mean,
no, but he has been there.
I'm saying to
you mentioned Simeon Taylor in this case.
I'm saying to you, Mr. Simeon Taylor,
when he won this election,
there are people who are citizens, but they are going counterclockwise to CDC now in the parliament. So we must also highlight Simeon Taylor for his contribution as well. We must also recognize and highlight Mr. Edwin Snow from Bombay County, for example, for his recommitment to opposition unity as we go towards 2029. So, as people leaving, there are people who are coming, and those who are coming have more political capital and political relevance. So, we are not contemplating on Kanyo. Kanyo is immaterial and politically inconsequential when it comes to the numerical advantage that the CDC possesses as far as politics of the CDC are concerned throughout its inception in the Liberian political dispensation. We are not going with, so I mean we let's concentrate on the contradiction.
I know we're gonna go to something else, but judging by the gullibility of the society, he seemed to be flipping other people with his centrism narrative. Recently, we saw him paraded with a handful of cadres, many of whom were flipped from the CDC. Do you agree with that?
The first thing I invited Kanyo to an open debate, challenge that he's not a centrist. A centrist is someone who holds a neutral position. You cannot be subscribing to a political philosophy and ideology, holding a specific political philosophy and membership to a political political party and claiming centrism.
Since Kanye began the centrism movement,
Kanye was member of the Liberty Party for joining the CDC.
That was then. He just became a centrist.
So you can't become a centrist when you are still a member of a particular political party with a view of that institution, which is a contradiction. And when does one become a centrist? After losing elections, after being everything being taken the wrong